And then when we talk about social media, how important is maybe in terms of business, building your brand versus social media, how important is it for people now to
So,
be?
so somebody was asking me this question last night. I think that they're in investment management, and they've gotten interested in building content or creating content over the last couple of years, and so asking me what my strategy or what my view is, and as I was saying to them, I mean, brand will always beat no brand anytime. Now, whether that's personal brand or whether that's corporate brand, I think we all know well enough, whether it's as a business owner or whether it's as a consumer, the importance of that brand, and and people say, oh, I don't need a personal brand, I don't want a personal brand because they misunderstand it, and I think people think personal brand and influencer is the same word and goes hand in hand. But I always try and explain to these people, look, you already have a personal brand. All a personal brand is what is somebody's perception of you when you're not in the room, or when you do walk into the room. What is somebody expecting, or how does somebody emotionally feel when you come through the door? And they already feel something about you anyway.
Mm.
For me, personal brand is really crafting that brand in a way that you make people feel how you want them to feel, as opposed to maybe how they already feel about you. And an online personal brand is effectively just the digital the digitization of what's already going on offline. But an example I give recently, because it happened recently, is 4 or 5 months ago I was going on a Zoom call with a couple of very senior guys from a bank back in England. There's a few of us on this call looking to do some business. I've never dealt with them before. I go on the Zoom, and before we start, the most senior guy on the call goes, Matt, I just want to say, I was looking into you, and I see you've got a podcast, and you did a podcast with a cricketer. There's a cricketer called Monty Panesar, because I'm a massive cricket fan. I really like Monty as well. And starts talking to me for literally 10 or 15 minutes while everyone else is just sat there twiddling their thumbs about Monty Panesar and podcasts and cricket. Now, when we then start to do some, I'm not saying that's a guaranteed way to get business done, but what I
Mm.
can guarantee you is that the perception of me in that room, the framing of me, my elevated status, is on a completely different level to anybody else who's in there. Does that mean that he's going to finance my shit business idea? Absolutely not at all. But what it certainly will do is open me doors that are not open for other people, and will accelerate my journey along the way.